सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Answering the objection or a question of Shishya that Aham Brahma, I am Brahma. This knowledge happens to whom? And Shishya had the problem with both the options. If it happens to Chidabhasa Vishishta Buddhi, then this knowledge will be Bhranti Gnanam, wrong knowledge, because Chidabhasa or Buddhi itself is not Brahman. It cannot claim. Vikari Buddhi cannot say, I am Nirvikara Brahma. And Kutastha, this changeless consciousness also cannot have knowledge because it is changeless. Therefore, either way there is a problem. For that, Guru is answering in a very comprehensive manner. That this knowledge, not only this knowledge, even the ignorance belongs to Chidabhasa. And this result of this knowledge also belongs to Chidabhasa. But of course here he is not telling why and how the objection is answered, he is not telling. That he will tell. The teacher will tell after talking about the 7 avastha belonging to Chidabhasa. Shishya will not be sidetracked. Shishya, after 7 avastha description is over, Shishya said, but what happened to that? What a smart Shishya. So, very smart Shishya. So, he is going to ask again. Then Guru will give the answer. Guru is happy that yes, Shishya remembers. So, now we are in the topic of 7 avasthas of Chidabhasa, 7 states of Chidabhasa, Jiva, which is popularly known as Jiva. So, it is not somebody's avastha, my avastha. So, now we have to check 7 avasthas are there. Out of them, which avastha we are in? वो card लेके घूमना है. So, you have to one card. 7 avastha you put. Okay, now I am in 3rd avastha or 4th avastha. Which avastha it is there? Alright, that's a party. Generally, we don't have to do that. But 7 avasthas are talked about. And what are those 7 avastha? Ajnanam, Avrutihi, then Tadvat Vikshepaha, and Paroksha Jnanam. Aparoksha Jnanam. Shoka Mokshaha means Shoka Nivrittihi, and Nirankusha Truptihi. These are the 7 steps, 7 avasthas. Steps also you can say, but more it is called avastha. Out of this, Ajnanam we have seen, Avarana we have seen, then Bhranti we have seen, Paroksha Jnanam we have seen, Aparoksha Jnanam also we saw. Paroksha Aparoksha Jnanam were together. Now, Bhranti Nasha Swarupam is being talked about. And this whole description is based on the Panchadashi, 7th chapter. And regarding this Paroksha Aparoksha Jnanam, what is the role that is talked about in Panchadashi Shloka? Paroksha Jnanato Nashyet Asatva Vritti Hetuta. By Paroksha Jnanam, the cause for the asatva vritti, sattva vritti. Sattva vritti hetuta. The cause for the avaranam on the existence of Atma is removed by paroksha jnanam. And aparoksha jnanam, this abhana vritti, this avaranam in the form of avaranam which is responsible for abhanam, that is removed. By aparoksha jnanam, abhana padaka avaranam is removed. By paroksha jnanam, asatva padaka avaranam is removed. Or we say sattva avaraka is removed. Either way we can say. Sattva avaraka is removed or asatva padaka is removed. And aparoksha jnanam, abhana padaka or bhana avaraka is removed. Avaraka means veiling. So the paroksha jnanam, that there is Brahma, that removes that particular idea that Brahman is not there. And I am Brahma, aparoksha jnanam, removes the idea that I do not say Brahman does not shine, Brahman is not evident. Now, what is the result of this aparoksha jnanam? In the 194 it was said, it removes three things. Aham Brahma na veda iti ajnanam, Brahma nasti na bhati iti avarana dvayam, and naham Brahma kintu punya papadi karta tat phalanam sukhadan cha bhokta jiva iti bhrantihi nashayati. Aparoksha jnanam destroys these three things. One is ajnanam, which is expressed by the statement, I do not know Brahman. That ajnanam is gone. When I understand I am Brahma, Aham Brahma, then I will not say Aham Brahma na Veda. Aham Brahma Veda perhaps he may not say, but Aham Brahma na Veda he will not say. So, this is a Kena Upanishad. So, Aham Brahma na Veda, I do not know Brahman, that statement will go away. Brahma nasti na bhati, that avaranam, Brahman is not there at all. Brahman is not evident. That type of veiling factor was expressed by this expression, Brahma nasti na bhati. That also is gone. So, ajnanam is gone, which is causing the vyavahara that aham Brahma na veda. Twofold avaranam, that Brahma nasti. A twofold avaranam which is expressed by the transaction that Brahman is not there. And Brahma na bhati, that avarana dvayam, twofold veiling also gone. And bhranti, wrong conclusion, that I am not Brahman but I am the karta bhokta, that wrong conclusion which is born of ignorance, that also goes away. So ajnanam, avarana dvayam and bhranti, all three are destroyed. But that looks little only technical benefit. By that, what will be the result that is presented? What will be the result felt at the experience level of the person? That is described in the next two paragraphs. Bhranti Nasha Swarupam. There it was simply said Bhranti Nasha. What is the meaning of Bhranti Nasha? So, nature of the destruction of Bhranti. Bhranti means delusion. And what is the nature? How it will be expressed? The destruction of the delusion, wrong conclusion. That is said here. Mayi janana maranadi bhava vikaraha nasti. In me, the modification in the form of birth, death, etc. is not there. Bhava vikara means the modification of existent entities, empirically existent entities, janana, marana, etc. So in me, Brahma, this vikara, these modifications are not there. Means I don't have birthday. Janana vikara is nasti means what? I don't have birthday. If somebody asks you, what is your birthday? Hum ajaha. He may think you are crazy. But that's what it is. Janana, Marana, Maranadi Bhava Vikara Nasti. Some people are very particular to know when will I die. So in astrology there is some branch. It's a very complicated calculation, but it is possible. So people do, and they will go to the astrologer and say, you please do it. And if they know themselves astrology, online classes, then nowadays online classes so much. So online astrology also are there. So you learn this and you calculate, and then you say, I will die on that day. Unnecessary. See, by thinking too much about death, you are losing your life. In fact, you are dead now only. If you are having this type of mind, no, when will I die? When will I die? You are not alive because you are thinking of death only. You are not aware of what is happening, and that is why the person is not alive. So thinking too much about death destroys the person at that time itself. We can say, hey, Swamiji, I am thinking too much about death. Will it happen? I will say, already happened. Already happened. Why? See, when it is going to happen, let it happen. So, Janamaranadi Bhava Vikara Mai Nasti. I am ever free from birth and death. Mai Sukha Dukkhadi Kam Leshataha Api Nasti. In me, Sukha, pleasure, pain, etc. Leshataha, even a wee bit, no, Nasti, not there. Even little bit it is not there. Little Sukha is not there, little Dukkha is not there. Why? Because when the Upadhi themselves are not there, which have got birth and death, where is the question of the Upadhi Dharma in me? So Sukha Dukkha Nasti. But Swamiji, we thought Atma is full of Ananda. He says Sukham is not there. Here we are talking about Sukha, which is opposed to Dukkha. In Shastra, we present samsara not only as dukkha, sometimes it is presented as sukha dukkhatmaka samsara. So your pleasure is considered to be part of samsara only. Why? Because that pleasure is very short-lived. And short-lived pleasure is causing further dukkha. Why? Because if sukha had not tasted sukha of some particular situation, then I will not miss it. It is something like some couple did not have children for a long time, and they tried, and there are so many now that the gynecologists they will give some method, and with great difficulty they got a child. And after 2 years, child died. They say, Swamiji, now we are feeling more dukhi. If child was not there, dukhi. But after losing it, more dukhi. You were in second class, non-AC, you were managing, you are telling, but now for half an hour, your TC friend took you to AC. Half an hour, 1 hour, and you enjoyed. And then you came back, it will be more hot. When you come back to non-AC compartment, it will be more hot. Like I was telling Swamiji, when Swamiji came from Gujarat, in a hot region. So he came in, I asked him, how is the heat in Kaladi and all? Say, Swamiji, quite hot. I said, but it must be is it more than your place? No, Swamiji, but what happened, Swamiji? We were moving in AC only. And therefore, a little bit out, heat is too much. So therefore, Sukha also is considered to be a part of samsara. And why we highlight that Sukha also is part of samsara is purposeful. If you understand that Sukha, which is subject to coming and going, is also part of samsara, then you will not waste your time and energy on getting that Sukha. Otherwise, you are on the moksha track, and for this momentary pleasure, you spend so much time. That will be reduced if you keep understanding that also is part of samsara only. Oh, why should we go after that? If something happens on its own and somebody serves some nice dish and we enjoy, that's okay. That also some Mahatmas are very particular. I was reading one the Viya Baba that he said when all sweet and everything, some very tasty things come, he will be distributing to people and he will take only roti, sabji, something for himself. That is another. That is the next level. But at least we don't go after it. Some people all the way go to some place, restaurant, where special doshas are there. In I don't know here what is it Coimbatore, but in Bangalore, in Jayanagar there is one special dosa center is there. There are 80 types of dosa, 70 or 80 types of dosas available. So people go and stand in queue. That is not necessary. When we have understood that this sukha is a part of samsara only. I am on the way to be free from this samsara. And again I am going after this samsara only. When I have a choice, at least I don't go for it. So sukha dukkadikam, which is samsara rupam, leshataha api nasti. So Atma is not the locus of this momentary pleasure. As Atma is not locus of momentary pain, it is not the locus of momentary pleasure. Adipadena kamadi. Kamadi, kamakroda are not there. Sansara dharma gandha api mai nasti. Just to emphasize, he says, even the smell of the qualities of samsara, like kartrutva, bhoktrutva, all of them gandha api nasti. In Sanskrit, this expression of gandha is to show little extent, small measure. Even small measure is not there. Like what, you can understand this gandha well, because some people say, why gandha smell comes in the Vichara Sagara. See, when you put some garlic in some vessel, then it will get some smell. After you remove the garlic is not there, but smell of garlic is there. So when we want to say something is not there at all, then we use the expression gandha. So in some situation, garlic is not there, but garlic smell is there. Means indirectly it is like in terms of effect, it is there. So here we are saying samsara gandha means in any form samsara dharma is not there in me. Kintu, but I am janma adi vikara shunya kutastha eva asmi. I am free, I am this changeless consciousness alone, which is free from all the vikaras, all the modifications, such as birth, etc. Janma, asti, vruddhi, then viparinama, apakshaya, and nasha. These all vikaras are not there in me. That is why if you are studying Vedanta and you have so much value for your birthday party, then it is against Vedanta. People celebrate your birthday, doesn't matter. But you are very particular. It is against the spirit of Vedanta. See, why one side I am telling I am free from Janma, and other side I am emphasizing this fact. Today my birthday, today my birthday. Don't shout at me, today is my birthday. On my birthday you are talking to me like this. So it is idea we don't highlight. If some people want to celebrate, they wish. So if somebody wishes you birthday on your birthday, don't shout at that person. Hey, I'm not born. Why are you telling me happy birthday? That is little crazy. So that need not be done. If people wish, you say thank you. Because in his understanding, I am this body which is born. So we thank you. We thank the person. But in our mind, there is a value that how come this time only 7 people wished me? Last time 10 people wished me. So now I think this popularity rate is going down. That the Vedantic spirit is there, this thought will not come. See, that's what we have seen earlier also. that to study Vedanta is one thing and to develop the spirit of Vedanta is quite another. We are seeing that people study Vedanta, but the spirit of Vedanta doesn't come. Vedanti doesn't come. Vedanti spirit is this. He doesn't give any value where the identification with the body is strengthened. So much value for getting photograph with this photograph, and the collecting, and when anybody comes show the photograph. This is against the spirit of Vedanta. You are not the body, then photograph is only of the body. So much value is there. So one has to see. It's nothing if you have, don't blame yourself, but you have to know that this is not the spirit of Vedanta. Vedanta will not go for that. Yeah, if somebody takes picture, you don't say, don't take my picture. It is strengthening my identification with the body. That is not required. Somebody does that, Swamiji, I want to take picture. Oh, okay. But you yourself, that all of you come, so let us have a picture. That is against Vedanta spirit. That value is not there, because why to strengthen the identification? We are on the way to reduce and we try to increase. That should not be there. So Janmadi Vikara Shunya Kutastha Eva Asmi Iti Evam Atmani Sarvanarthanam Nishedaha Eva Bhranti Nasa Swarupam Iti Avadeyam. In this manner, Sarvanarthanam Nishedaha, the negation of all undesirables in the self. Iti eva means in this manner, negation of all the undesirables, just such as Sukha Dukkhadi, Janmadi, Sansara Dharma, Nisheda of all of them alone. So the negation of the all undesirable qualities like Sukha, Dukkha, Janma, Marana, that is Bhranti Nasa Swarupam, is the nature of the destruction of Bhranti, delusion. In short, Bhranti Nashaha means seeing this fact, I am free from all samsara dharma. Birth is not there, death is not there, old age is not there, disease is not there in me. People have so much fear. What will happen if I grow old and that time I will fall sick? So much fear. Right now they are okay. But fear that some heart attack, Swamiji, heart attack comes. One person, he retired and he was getting some reasonable good pension, he can handle. But he had a fear that by chance, Swamiji, I get heart attack, then I will require more money. Therefore, I started working more. And because of starting work, he will get heart attack. What a business it is. You imagining the problem, you do something extra. And because of doing extra, you get the problem which you are afraid of. So Janma is not there in me, Jara is there, not there in me. When it happens, happens. It doesn't mean we are careless about the body. We take care of the body to the extent possible. But that hypochondria, always thinking this will happen, that will happen. And especially nowadays people have more fear because of Google. Because if you have some particular type of pain, and you Google search, what does this pain indicate? And they will give so many, will be there, articles will be there, and some will say it can be indicative of this disease, that disease. Gone. And so your time is gone, mind is gone, you cannot do anything because that bug has come into your head. Therefore, Vedanti spirit is that doing what is to be done to take care of the body without having this unnecessary fear, this imaginary fear. That is not. Some people, it may happen, Swamiji, but also may not happen, no? So may happen, why is bothering you so much? And for may happen, do you have anything to take care? You take care. It's not that we don't take any preventive measure. But Swamiji, I cannot do anything for that. Swamiji, by chance that incurable cancer happens to me, it may not happen. No, but Swami, it can happen, no? Okay, can you do something? Swami, nothing can be done. Then why are you, if nothing can be done, why are you worried with the possibilities? So one needs to have that approach, objective approach, then this Vedantic spirit will come more and more. Okay. So Bhranti Nasa Swarupamiti Avadeyam. Avadeyam means should be ascertained. So Bhranti Nasha means being free from all wrong conclusions about myself, that I am a karta, bhokta, sukhi, dukhi, vruddha, this rogi, etc. अत्र च कूटस्थे जन्म निषेधात् सर्वानर्था अपि निषिद्धा एव भवन्ति. And here in Kutastha, this changeless consciousness, which is my true nature, janma nishedhat, by the negation of birth, sarva anarthaha, all undesirables, api also nishiddha eva bhavanti. They stand negated, nishiddha eva bhavanti. By janmanantara bhavitvat itaranartha because of the group, vrata here means group, because of the group of all undesirables are taking place only after birth. Janmanantara bhavitvat means because of their taking place only after birth. So all problems will come only after birth. And when birth itself is not there for me, there is no question of other anartha. Atmani janma nishedhat shadapi bhava vikaraha nishiddhaha bhavanti. So he explains further, by the negation of birth, all the vikaras, modifications happening in empirically existent entity, shadapi, all 6 bhava vikaras, nishiddhaha bhavanti, are negated. Ayameva Bhranti Nashaha. This destruction of delusion alone, Shokanasha Shabdena api uchyate, is also called by the word Shokanasha, the destruction of sorrow. So Bhranti Nasha and Shokanasha are one. Well, Bhranti is Shoka. Shoka is Bhrantyatmaka. What is Shokaha? Shokaha means you are identifying with what you are not. That is Bhranti. And therefore, Shokanasha is otherwise, the Bhranti Nasha is otherwise called Shokanasha. Alright. If somebody says, Swamiji, I have got Jnanam and no delusion about Atma, but I have Shoka. That is a contradictory. Somebody says, Swamiji, I have so much clear knowledge, Swamiji. I attended your class, he wants to give some credit to Swamiji. Attended your class and I have got clear knowledge and all my wrong ideas about Atma, Brahma, gone. But Swamiji, my Shoka is there. It means your wrong conclusions are not completely gone. They are remaining in the form of samskaras and controlling your life. And therefore you are experiencing Shoka. After this Atma Jnanam and Bhranti Nivrutti about myself, there cannot be Shoka. Because Shoka will be always based on some condition of Anatma. And your understanding is, I am not Anatma. Then, how can there be Shoka? Swamiji, I am Brahmagnani, but my son doesn't listen to me. Yes, Brahman, if you are thinking yourself to be, you cannot have son. You cannot look upon anybody as son when you are seeing yourself as Brahman. Because Brahman is what? Sarvatmaka. So whom you are calling your son also is Brahman. So why Brahman should listen to Brahman? Brahman will not listen to Brahman. So this is a wrong thinking. People, what happens? People mix up two levels. And they say, Swamiji, I understood I am Brahman, but I have so many family issues. Okay, why you are saying family issues? When you say family issue, you are coming down to the level of the individual. As Brahman, what problem you have? Tell me, I will solve it now, this moment. As Brahman, what problem you have? No problem, you can tell. As Brahman, I am telling. As a father, many problems. As husband, you have many problems. As wife, you have many problems. As officer, many problems. In fact, you tell problem, I will tell my problems. As a trustee, many problem. As teacher, many problem. But as Brahman, I don't have problem. And I am very clear about that. Brahman, no problem. So you tell me, as Brahman, what problem you have? And keep saying this fact. As Brahman, I do not have any problem. As Brahman, I do not have problem. And my being Brahman is not a make-believe. My being Brahman is a fact. And when I appreciate this fact, what problem I have? You keep asking this. Whenever sorrow is there, ask this. As Brahman, do I have problem? I don't have problem. But I am now playing this role of this brother, sister, father, etc. And I am identifying with this father role, therefore problem. Identifying with the role of a manager, therefore problem. As Brahman, I have no problem. This is the vision of Vedanta. As an individual, you will have problem. Bhagavan Sri Krishna had more problems than you. Really speaking, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna came, you see, analyze his life. He every now and then, he was not even allowed to remain in Dwarka for a long time. There will be SOS from Pandavas that this happened, this Kauravas are harassing us. So Bhagavan Krishna goes to the forest. So this is how, when Yudhishthira is feeling very low, Krishna will go again. That's how. So really speaking, this Krishna, if you see his life, full of problem. Even his childhood, you see, you didn't have problem what Krishna had. The problem Krishna had was so many. Everybody was out to finish, as it were, to him. Still, his smile is there, even in the battlefield, because of this wisdom. So, when wisdom is there, shoka is not there. Panditaha na anushochanti. Alright. Now, last one, last state. What is that? Ati Harsha Swarupa Varnanam. Achha, before that Bhranti Nasha Swarupa, regarding that Panchadashi Shloka, because we have been seeing parallelly. So Panchadashi Bhranti Nasha Swarupa is presented here as Abhana Varane Nashte Jivatvaropa Samkshayat Kartrutvad Dyakhila Shokaha Samsarakyo Nivartate. Abhana Varane Nashte. When Abhana Varanam is destroyed by Aparuksha Jnanam, then Jivatvaropa Samkshayat. Because of the negation of the superimposition of Jivatva, I am an individual. As long as I am giving reality to the individuality, this samsara cannot be avoided. When I say I am this individual and this world is something to be dealt with, the sense of individuality with all related bhrantis, samsara guaranteed. When I am seeing myself only as a manager, only as a father or brother or sister, there will be problems. But Jivatva Samkshaya is, I am not an individual. This individuality is my introduction with reference to Upadhi. With reference to this particular body, mind, sense complex, I am called Jiva. I am not Jiva, I am called Jiva. And sometimes what happens when people start calling you by some name, no? Even though your original name is Subramanyam, but people are calling you Ravi or Mani. In South India, that's how they happen. They call him Subramanyam, very big name. So they will call him Ravi or Mani or something. Then after few years, what happens if somebody asks, what is your name? He will not say Subramanyam. He will say Ravi. Chances are there, he himself will say Mani, Ravi, etc. Similarly, this, I am not Jiva, but People have been looking upon me and I also have been looking upon myself as Jiva, so that entity continues. So Vedanta dismisses that. You are not a Jiva. But what happens that along with this Jivatvam, some momentary Sukhitvam, momentary this Manitvam, this Sanmanitatvam is there. That as an individual, you are respected. As a Brahman, what respect you deserve? Nothing. So nobody will respect you because you are Brahman. Why? He is also Brahman. I am Brahman, you are Brahman. So I will not respect you. Why should I respect you because of Brahman? See, I am a human being, you are a human being. So should I respect you because you are a human being? No. You have something extra, then only I will respect. So what happens that when I see myself to be Brahman, and if I have a strong value for being respected, then this Brahma Swarupa will not attract me. Because of my strong need to be recognized. This Brahma, Swami, you are Brahman, no? Itna maja nahi aata hai. I didn't got so much joy when you say you are Brahman. But if I say, Swami, you are very intelligent, I feel so happy. One person told me this in Bangalore. He was telling, Swamiji, when you are saying you are Brahman, that time there is not so much joy. But when I answer some question and you say good, I feel so much joy. You are Brahman, I have been shouting. That there is no impact. But just I say, good, very good, good answer. You answered well. There is so much joy. Why is it so? In fact, you are Brahman should give more joy, no? Because it is wholeness, limitlessness. But in that joy doesn't come. Why? Because we are having this value for being recognized. And value is so strong. And because of the strong value for being recognized, my being Brahman doesn't appeal to me. Why? Because my being Brahma does not become the basis for being recognized. What will be valuable to me? Whatever gives me respect. And you are Brahman doesn't. Swamiji, if I become Brahman, will I be honored by all? So people will ask this. No. Why they should honor you? Everybody is Brahman. Okay, then this is not very appealing. So person, he discovers that I am not Jivaha. Jivatvaropa Samkshayat. Kartrutvadyakhilaha Shokaha. This Akhila, the entire Shoka, the grief, which is in the form of Kartrutvadi, doership, etc. Samsara Rupaha. So Kartrutvadi Akhila and Shoka Samanadhikaranyam. Samsarakyo Nivartate is destroyed. That is the Bhranti Nasha Swarupam. And this Bhranti Nasha Swarupam means Shoka Nivrutti can be presented in the form of peace. Shoka Nivrutti means Shanti. Shanti is there. But some people will not be satisfied with mere Shanti. Swami, that's all, Swami. Only Shanti will come. That's all. So it's a big thing. Therefore, Shastra talks about one more aspect of moksha. Because some people, Shanti is not enough. Even though Shanti and Ananda are same, but we have to say something, Ananda. Like children know when they talk about chocolate, it will come. They will not do namaskara. But Swamiji will give chocolate, they will do namaskara. Similarly, the sadhaka, only Shanti is told, not enough. So chocolate of Ananda is to be shown. Therefore, in the next step, it is says, Ati Harsha Swarupa Vardanam. The last step of the last avastha of Chidabhasa is Ati Harsha. Ati Harsha means extreme, the ultimate, unsurpassable Harsha, joy. Swarupa Vardanam, the description of the nature of the intense or unsurpassable joy as the seventh state of Chidabhasa. And that is said in the next sentence. Next sentence. Hey Shishya, O disciple, Aham Advitiya Brahma Eva Asmi Iti Evam Nirvichikitsam Swatma Swarupa Sakshatkara Rupam Dhanam Yada Tava Jayate तदा तव निरतिशयानन्दानुभवः भवत्येव अयमेव महाहर्षः इति उच्यते. He says, हे शिष्य, ओ disciple, aham advitiya brahma eva asmi. I am non-dual Brahman alone. Iti evam, in this manner, nirvichikitsam jnanam, the knowledge which is free from doubts. The doubtful knowledge is as good as no knowledge in terms of effectiveness. Therefore, nirvichikitsam jnanam means the knowledge which is free from doubts. And to show the clarity and conviction, the expression used is Swatma Swarupa Sakshatkara Rupa. The knowledge which is in the form of Sakshatkara. Sakshatkara means Aparoksha Jnanam, Dhrada Jnanam. Aparoksha means immediate knowledge of Swarupa, the true nature of Swatma, oneself. So the knowledge in the form of Sakshatkara of the nature of oneself. And in Shastra, especially the commentators, they use the word Sakshatkara to show the clarity of knowledge, to show the firmness of knowledge. So, Jnanam Yada Tava Jayate. When very clear knowledge is born for you, Tada, then Tava, for you. Niratishayanandanubhavaha, the experience of unsurpassable happiness, bhavatyeva, definitely takes place. Ayameva, this alone, mahaharshaha, great or greatest joy, iti uchyate. In this manner it is described. So what is said here, when a person gets this knowledge that I am non-dual Brahma, then there is experience of great joy. Now here, this joy, the Ananda is of two types. One is called Bimbananda, the original Ananda, which is the nature of oneself or nature of Brahma. This is called Bimbananda, otherwise called Swarupananda. And other is called Pratibimbananda, reflected Ananda. Otherwise called this Samvedya Ananda, experiential happiness. Now, for a wise person, one who gets the wisdom, both the Anandas are attained. Brahmananda or Atmananda, the Swarupananda is attained, and even Pratibimbananda is attained. Pratibimbananda means experiential happiness also attained. And Bimbananda, the original Ananda, which is the nature of Atma, that is not attained as an object, but that is claimed as oneself. So Bimbananda is attained in the form of claiming as oneself. So he doesn't say, I am experiencing Brahmananda. For last 1 hour, I am experiencing. The Brahmananda as an object is not available. Brahmananda is to be claimed as oneself. I am Brahmananda is figuratively called the attainment of Brahmananda. Whereas this Bimbananda, experiential happiness also is there. And that experiential happiness is in the form of sense of fulfillment. Means person thinks that in Panchadashi Trupti Deepa Prakarana very nicely explain this. Kritakrityataya truptaha. The sense of fulfillment is in the form of appreciation that everything that is to be done is done by me. Means there is nothing which really remains to be done for my fullness. Kritakrityoham. That type of sense of fulfillment is called here Ati Harshaha, greatest joy. and that is experiential. So people ask this Swamiji that after this Atma Jnanam, shall we get Brahmananda? We say yes. But Swamiji, that Brahmananda which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, that Ananta Satchidananda, that Ananda, that Swarupa Bhuta Ananda, you do not get as an experiential happiness. That is to be claimed. But the expression of that limitless Ananda also will be there in your mind in the form of sense of fulfillment. That now nothing to be done. Krita Krityataya Truptaha Prapta Prapyataya Punaha. Whatever is to be attained in life, I have already attained. What is there to be attained? Nothing to be attained. Drashtavyam drashtam. Whatever is supposed to be seen is already seen. Then now nothing remains. People, they have so much the craze for the traveling. I have to go there, I have to go, I have to see this, I have to see this. This fountain I have seen, that fountain I have not seen. That craze, nothing wrong in going. Our sannyasis used to keep traveling, nothing wrong. Traveling itself not wrong, but traveling coming out of that the intense desire to see so many things. Without that, my life is incomplete. People have this, Swamiji, I have seen this Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, but Yamunotri reh gaya bas. Yamunotri I have not seen. So Chardham nahi hua. So nowadays, they have got a facility. In one day you can do Chardham by helicopter. Really, I was told 2.5 lakhs, that's all. So Chardham ek din one person went. He went in the morning, early morning. Evening आके बोला चारधाम हो गया. So, why? Because craze is there. No? I have done this. And this Swamiji, I have द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगा, उसमें 10 हो गया, बस 2 रह गया. 12 ज्योतिर्लिंगा are there, 10 I have done. 2 are remaining. See, really, what a pitiable situation. That 10 he has seen, he doesn't have joy. But 2 he has not seen, he is missing. All this is because of this, that I will be complete only after seeing this 12 Jyotirlinga. In Maharashtra, they will get Ashta Vinayaka. So 8 Vinayaka you see. In Maharashtra, it is like that. So everywhere something will be there. Drashtavyam drashtam. If today only this body falls, is okay. Nothing is there to be seen. Oh, re gaya. One person, no, he was fond of so much sweet and so much eating different items, and his health was not good. So people were telling that why are you eating so many things? It will affect your health. He said, very nice reason he gives. He said, if we don't eat a particular particular item, then when we go up, then Bhagwan will ask, did you eat this thing? No, then he will send me back. So he said he will send me back. Instead of that, I will finish everything and then go. I like the logic. Okay. So that is what is said here, that drashtavyam drashtam praptam praptavyam, and Trupyanneva swamanasa manyate so nirantaram. He has got this thinking all the time. What type of thinking? Dhanyoham, dhanyoham. I am really blessed. As an individual also, I am blessed. Why? Nityam swatmana manjasa vedmi. Because there is appreciation of Atma, which is limitless. Brahmanando vibhati me spashtam. I have understood Brahman is, which is Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, there is a feeling of being blessed. As an individual, there is a total feeling of being blessed. And because of this feeling of being blessed, there is a gratitude. पूज्य Puja Swamiji in his last days, he used to say this, he says grace. Is in fact in the US, with the last talk he gave, his last words were that grace, 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 grace. That was his when he talked, not afterwards, but in the US. I remember the last talk, that was that grace. So appreciation of grace as an individual, appreciation of grace as a true nature. I am limitless Brahman. Therefore, there is no scope for any dukkha. There is ananda only. Therefore, ati harsa swarupa varnanam is in the form of appreciation of Advitiya Brahma, leading to the sense of fulfillment. All right. Now, teacher is concluding this topic. When we speak in English and Sanskrit together, this one teacher I said also. He's not teacher. A teacher is concluding Pradarshita this topic by saying Pradarshitaha Saptavasthaha Chidabhasasya Eva. This 7 states presented Chidabhasasya Eva. Predicate is Chidabhasasya Eva. Belong to Chidabhasa alone. Eva Shabdena Kutasthasya Vyavrittihi. There is exclusion of Kutastha. These states do not belong to Kutastha. Eva means Chidabhasa alone and not of Kutastha. But student may say, but what happened to my Aham Brahma Jnanam? So much you said, but Aham Brahma Jnanam belongs to whom? That didn't come up in this. The teacher says, Aham Brahma iti Jnanam Panchamya Avasthavam Antargatam Bhavati. That your Aham Brahma Jnanam, I am Brahma, this knowledge is included in the 5th state, Aparoksha Jnanam. It is included. Therefore, I have already given you the answer that all the states belong to Chidabhasa. So you ask this question, Aham Brahma Jnanam Kasya Bhavati? Answer is Chidabhasasya Bhavati. Not to Kutastha. Alright, then Maha Harsha, there is a Maha footnote. So, big footnote is there. What he says? Maha Harsha Rupaha Ayam Anandaha Panchadashyam Trupti Deepe Vidyaranya Munibihi Nirankusha Trupti Hiti Vyapadishtaha. This Maha Harsha Rupa Ayam Ananda, this Ananda, which is in the form of great joy, is Vyapadishtaha, is called Nirankusha Truptihi. Unfettered, unconditioned Truptihi, satisfaction, contentment. By whom it was described as Nirankusha Trupti, unconditioned contentment, by Vidyaranya Swami. Where? Panchadashya. In Panchadashi, where? Trupti Deepe. It was presented. And Trupti Deepe, where? 252nd shloka. Gali mein gali. So that one, where exactly address, full address there. So in 252nd shloka, in Trupti Deepa Prakrana, in Panchadashi, by Vidyaranya Swami, this last step is called Nirankusha Trupti. Acha. Then he says, then he quotes this, Sankusha Vishayehi Truptihi, Iyam Truptihi Nirankusha. And Vidyaranya Swamiji is contrasting that Vishayehi Truptihi, satisfaction by the objects, is Sankusha. Sankusha means with this confining factor, conditioning factor. Whereas Iyam Truptihi, this satisfaction, born of knowledge, is Nirankusha, unfettered, unconditioned. And he explains how is it so? Vishayanandaha tu Vishayanandastu satishayatvat uttarottaranandecha janayati iti hetoho sankushaha iti uchyate. Vishayananda, the joy born of objects, satishayatvat, being improvable, subject to improvement. Therefore, uttarottaranandecha janayati. It is creating, Vishayananda is creating the desire for more and more Ananda, greater and greater Ananda. Iti hetoho, because of this reason, Sankushaha iti uchyate. This Ananda is called Sankushaha, condition, confined, limited. Sankusha can be translated as limited. Atmananda tu, whereas the Atmananda, the joy of self, is Swasmat Utkrishtananda Bhavat Nirankushaha Bhavati. Whereas the Atmananda, the appreciation of oneself being limitless Brahman, and because of that appreciation, whatever joy there is, that is Nirankushaha, is unconditioned, means it is without any possibility of improvement. Nirankushaha Bhavati. Why? Swasmat Utkrishtananda Bhavat. Because of the absence of any Ananda which is superior to oneself. So, one who has this got the Mahaharshaha, the Trupti born of this appreciation of oneself being limitless Brahma, compared to that there is no other Ananda. That is the highest Ananda. Alright. So Atmananda is Nirankushaha Trupti. Now, he wants to, in this footnote, he wants to show all these 7 steps in the context of the 10th man story. In fact, in Panchadashi also the description is given in that manner. That how this all 7 steps we can see with reference to Dashamaha Tvamasi story. So he said Dashama Purushakhyaikayam Dashamaha Purusha Dashamaha Atmanam Vihaya Itaran Navaiva Purushan Ganayan Swasya Dashamatvam Na Janati Yat Tadeva Ajnanam. In the story of Dashama Purusha, all of you know the story of 10th man. That you are the 10th man. He was missing himself, so he was told you are the 10th man. In that story, Dashamaha, the 10th man, Atmanam Vihaya, having left oneself, Itaran Naveva Purushan Ganayan, the counting other 9 people alone, Swasya Dashamatvam Na Janati, does not know the 10thness of oneself. Means I am the 10th one, Na Janati, he does not know. And that not knowing the 10thness of oneself, Tadeva Ajnanam, that alone is called Ajnanam, which will be expressed in the form of what? Aham Dashamam Na Janati Kutra Gataha. I don't know where the 10th man is gone. I do not know the 10th man. Then Dashamaha Nasti. The second is what? The 10th one is not there, he is drowned. Na Bhati, he is not seen. Iti etad, this type of expression is of Avaranam. So Avaranam, the veiling is expressed in the form of 10th one is not there, 10th one is not experienced. Then Dashamaha Mamara, Dashama, the 10th one died. Iti Kalpayitva, having imagined that Rodanam, crying, is Shokaha. So Dashama Nasti, Dashama Na Bhati. That is Avarana. But he died positively. That thinking is Shokaha. Ayam eva Bhrantihi Vikshepaha iti cha Kathyate. That alone is called Bhranti, delusion, Vikshepaha, projection. Person himself is 10th man. But he is crying because of the thought that 10th one died. Dashamaha Namrutaha Jivati Saha. Now the Apta Purusha, he will be revealing this Dashama Purusha in stages. So otherwise see the shock, that was slowly. So Dashamaha Namrutaha. 10th one is not dead. Jivati Saha is alive. So when this Apta Purusha means that informed person, when he says this, then what happens? Dashama Sattva Vedanam. Knowing the existence of the 10th is called Paroksha Dana, direct knowledge, indirect knowledge. Paroksha Dana means indirect knowledge. Yes, 10th man is not dead. And this Shraddha, in fact, Paroksha Dhanam is Shraddha Pradhana. He says, and therefore I believe, yes, 10th one is there. Right now I don't have proof what is there, what is the proof? No proof. Shraddha. Similarly, Brahma Asti is more Shraddha Pradhana. In fact, Puja Swamiji used to say, we are calling it Paroksha Gnanam because we have got Pramanya Buddhi in Shastra. Otherwise, it's a belief only. Brahma Asti is called Paroksha Gnanam. Really is called Gnanam because we have Pramanya Buddhi in Shastra. Therefore, it is Prama. Otherwise, it is a belief. But belief, we don't call it because we look upon Shastra as a Pramana. And then Tvameva Dashama Asi. You alone are the 10th one. It is Sakshad Upadishtaha San. Being taught in this manner by the Apta Purusha. Punarapi Ganana Samaye. Again, he is counting Swatmanam Dashamattvena Ganaitva. Having counted oneself as the 10th one, Atmanam Dashamattvena Janati. He knows himself to be 10th. I am the 10th one. So what happened? That this Apta Purusha came and told that 10th one is there. So immediately question, where is he? Where is he? Then he said, all of you again stand in the queue, count. See, he did not want to count, but his Guru told, therefore he counts. Really said he will have this. How many times we have counted? Why are you asking us to do again? No, but Guru, you want 10th man or not? 10th man I want. Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then where is the 10th? He said, you are the 10th. In Naishkarmya Siddhi it comes when he says, Guruji says, you are the 10th. Then he closes his eyes. The Shishya closes his eyes. I am the 10th. Because it is too much. So he himself appreciates to be the 10th one. And that alone is, that knowing himself to be the 10th one is aparoksha gnana. Is immediate knowledge. Idrishad aparoksha gnanat rodana nivrittihi eva bhranti nashaha. Because of such immediate knowledge, there is a removal of crying, or cessation of crying. That is called bhranti nashaha. Actually, shoka nashaha. So then stops crying. And swasya eva dashavatva gnanat jayamanaha santoshaha atiharshaha. And because of the knowledge of oneself alone being the 10th one, Jayamana Santoshaha, the contentment which is born, is called Atiharshaha. So happy, so happy. See, in that case, he may give party also. That we got the 10th one. Vice person doesn't give party. So his whole life becomes party afterwards. But today I got Atmadhyana, so celebration. That doesn't happen. This 10th man may give party. Atiharshaha. Asu avasthasu, in this 7 states, Agnanam Avranam Vikshepa iti imaha tisraha bandha karanani bhavanti. Of these 7 states, ignorance, veiling and projection, these 3 states are the cause for bondage. Avashishtaha, the remaining ones are chatasrahapi, all the 4 moksha sadhanani, the means for moksha, and we have to add moksha rupani cha bhavanti. Moksha sadhanani, parokshagdanam and aparokshagdanam, 4 and 5th moksha sadhanani, and last 6 and 7 moksha rupani cha bhavanti. The means for moksha, moksha sadhanani, moksha rupani means in the form of moksha bhavanti. So this all 7 can be seen in the story of 10th man. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tomorrow no class.